You know, honestly, the longer we deal with this mess, the more depressed I get. I'm not concerned about the fact that this is going on. I'm just concerned about the fact that a lot of businesses are going to be hurt by it. But I want to talk about something else that bothered me as well. This is DJ Wolf Live. Alright guys, it's your boy DJ Wolf, and this is DJ Wolf Live. Out here in the DMV, I know it's just somewhat eerily quiet. It's not eerily quiet, it's quiet, but it's not eerily quiet. But it's not the usual hustle and bustle. It's there, but I don't know. It's just kind of weirding me out a little bit. But anyhow, I was watching on the news last night, this morning, where they had a bunch of college students out for spring break in Florida, and they were out partying in Florida during spring break when they were specifically told, kids, you can't go out there, stay indoors. I mean, shelter in place or whatever, whatever they call it, social isolation. And they refused to do it. They were warned about it. The governor out here in Maryland, Larry Hogan, said right up front, if you're out here gathering in crowds that you're not supposed to be gathering in, or doing the things you're not supposed to be doing right now, it's considered, if you're doing it, it's considered illegal in the state of Maryland. He actually said it. So basically what we need to do is follow the law and take precaution, man, because this actually can affect you and the people you love, and anybody else that come in contact with you, if you have it, or if you come in contact to it, you can hurt others. You can affect others with that, and that's what they mean by that. What I'm surprised is that they didn't have full quarantines for certain areas, man. And I noticed that's not taking place right now. But what's freaking me out right now, you got people who just ain't listening. People who are specifically told, hey, you need to do this or do that. And they're not doing this and they're not doing that like they're told to do so. They're just not listening to anybody. That's the crazy part. Like I want to go to my usual spot, GC Guitar Center. I can't go there because I don't even, number one, I don't know if they're open. Number two, I don't know if they're closed. And number three, I don't think I should be going anyway because I got stuff that I need to work with right now that I have. And number four, I know I'll go there more on something. So I don't even bother to go over there right now. I have to really be honest. There's nothing I need to really get over there right now. There's one thing in particular I want to look at, but I didn't want to purchase right now. I just wanted to look at it and see if it was even worth trading some other stuff in for it. So right now, with all this going on, I'm not even concerned. I'm really, really not concerned the least bit. My concern is that we get through this thing with this virus that we're dealing with right now. We deal with that, deal with getting people recovered, getting this eradicated. That's my only concern right now. I'm not concerned myself with nothing else right now. That's why I say, damn this election right now. I could care less about this election. I'm being serious. How can you be concerned about a freaking election when you got people out here dying all over the world on this substance that called the coronavirus? It's named after a drink. No, seriously, it's not named after a drink. But they said the coronavirus has been around for a while. It's just this strain has got to be so powerful. It's went across over more than 20 some odd countries. That's how powerful this train is. This is crazy. You never heard or seen anything like this before. Ever. You know? Like somebody was saying before on the Today Show, it's like something out of a Hollywood movie. You know, you've seen all those movies with these virus type films. These were, I don't know if they even consider them sci-fi films or not. But unfortunately, we are in a real life sci-fi situation with this virus. This virus is serious. I think there was a lesser strain of it that was out last year. I talked about it before. With the viruses out now, I think there was a strain out of it before some time ago that I believe was going on with the super. What are you doing, you idiot? With the superbug. What is this fool doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, just like I figured. With the superbug. The superbug I had last year. Well, let me rephrase it. They didn't call it mine a superbug. They said mine was a sinus infection. But it was an elevated sinus infection because it affected my breathing to a point I had to use an inhaler. That's how bad mine was. You know. But I'm still thinking it was a superbug because several people that was in the doctor's office with me we all had on respirators, about a dozen or so of us. All had a little respiratory mask. And we're all coughing, including myself. You know. The thing that's out now is very similar to it. Very, very similar to it. You know. In fact, extremely similar. Almost the same symptoms. I don't remember having a fever, but I had everything else that went with it. Come on. Oh, you ain't go. Okay, here we go. What y'all doing out here? Damn. I swear these people can't drive around here. Oh, I'm gonna take it anyway. Don't try to inch up. You see me right here. These people watch the world. But anyway, like I said before, I do think that this virus is man-made. I don't know why. I just keep thinking over and over again that this is a man-made virus because it's almost impossible for well, it ain't not almost impossible, but there was one theory I did have before I get to that point. Someone at Dulles, this true story, it just happened about a month ago. I don't think maybe a month and a half ago. Some guy tried bringing some birds from a country. I don't know. I don't recall the origin of the country. But some guy actually brought in some dead birds in a suitcase. He was busted for it. And this just happened about a month ago. I don't know if this was something that was ongoing in other cities, but this happened out here at Dulles International about a month to a month and a half ago. Never heard anything else about it. No one in the media has actually brought it up since then. No one. Not even in the national media. Not in the mainstream media. Nowhere. Not even the local media. They never brought it up again. But I remember that happening. You know. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with what's going on now. Because from what I was reading, we've had cases out this way for quite some time. Just never heard about it. But stateside, we've had cases all year. Since a little after December. And but this thing I do believe is man-made. You know, because the way it travels so fast out here. You know, and technically it is man-made. As far as I'm concerned, it is man-made for a number of reasons. Matter of fact, the other reason why I know it's got to be man-made because I was watching and I didn't even know that this existed. There was an Australian version of 60 Minutes that's better than the American version of 60 Minutes. Where the guys at it was a reporter. It was a reporter that actually somebody playing music. That's not me. It was a reporter that actually this is what tripped me out. He went over to China. He did an expose on it. Now, tonight, March 19th tonight. What's these guys doing out here? Lester Holt from NBC News is supposed to be doing a report. I think it's on NBC and MSNBC. He is actually putting out a report tonight about the coronavirus. I don't know if he's going to take it as far as, and as a matter of fact, I need to put it in the hopper. I don't think he's going to take it as far as the guy did from 60 Minutes Australia, because the guy from 60 Minutes Australia did a thorough job. Very thorough job. So thorough, I subscribed to the channel on YouTube. Because he went in, they showed you everything that went on in China. See, American television didn't go that far with it, but Australian television did. You know, they wanted to let you know this is what's going, this is the kind of stuff they eat over there. He took you directly to the source in Wuhan and showed you that. It was disgusting. I could not believe that they were eating, chopping bats and shit up. I'm not kidding. If you don't believe me, subscribe to 60 Minutes Australia and look that video up about coronavirus. It's about a half hour. He did a half-hour expose on it. I've yet to see him do a half-hour expose on American television about it yet. But I'll see what Lester Holt's going to do tonight, because I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm going to see if he come through with any stats even close to what the guy did from 60 Minutes Australia. Not sure if he will or not, because you know this is American television. They're going to Americanize it to a point you're only going to get part of the story. You're not going to get the full story, and that's a fact. Which is why it's called our media the mainstream media, because they only give you so much. You know. That's just true. Unfortunately, it's true. It is true. I hate for it to be that way. You know? Anyway. I don't know, man. It's just... Man, market that shit. I just feel kind of like... Now, the other good advantage about the way traffic is now, it's so light. It's just like, wow. You know, traffic is amazingly light. This is as fast as I've ever got out here. Wow. In about 25 minutes. But, it's going to rain today. I can't tell what it's going to do out here. Just honestly, guys and gals, I just want to be able to do my music, and I don't know if that's going to happen. That's another whole story. I don't know if we'll ever have time to do it anytime soon. I may have to sell my equipment and just say the hell with it. Call it a career, as far as that goes. I'm going to get to it at some point. Just don't know when. I'm really a little bit ticked about that right now, because I haven't gotten to it like I want to, and I really do want to. You know. But this past, I can honestly say, this past year, I've never seen anything like it. Between last year and this year, it might be so far two of the worst years I've ever experienced in my life. But that last year definitely was the worst experience I've ever had in my life. But this year is like damn near runner up. You know, this virus has put a strain on everybody. You know, at some point we gotta get it eradicated. But like the old saying goes, it's probably gonna get worse before it get better. I just hope it gets better soon. You know. Because you don't, you know, I don't know. Now, here's the other thing I heard. I heard that there were rumors that their vaccinations that are out there, but they're not available in the stateside. I've heard that. You know, I don't know if that has any side effects or not. So, and they're not doing. I mean, they're slowly doing testing out here in Maryland. Some parts of Maryland they're doing it. They're supposed to do testing not far from where I live, and I heard that they're doing them in Arlington. I should have stopped by the one in Arlington. They're testing people out for the coronavirus right now as we speak. You know. And then there's tents that they're using out in D.C. At least in the hospitals in D.C. where instead of bringing patients directly into the hospital that has the potential of having the coronavirus, they treat them, or not treat them, they actually test them out or keep them outside in tents. Yep. That's documented. And I've seen some. They showed them in a couple of cities where they actually had them at. I said, wow. This is just like the movies, man. Except this is real. Someone mentioned Walking Dead too on another podcast. Must have heard me or something. Because that's, like I said again, that was the first thing I thought about. I don't think this area is quite got like that. There are other areas around the country, parts around the country and the world that is like that right now. It's crazy. I don't even see a lot of people in supermarkets now. I was surprised, especially when it's usually not very heavy in there anyway during the week, but it's the lightest I've seen it. It's lighter than normal. And I'm going to stop by our local market that's only open 3 days a week and see if that one is. See how busy they are. There's a couple of things I want to get over there today, and I'm not sure about getting anything over there now because hopefully the people who are making the food over there at the market, hopefully they're clean. They usually are, but I'm just curious about that. But it's Amish folks, they're usually pretty clean. Just saying. Alright, well, that's all I got, man. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, man. It's going to be a long year. It's going to be a very long year. I can see it already. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.